Alright, hi guys, hello and happy new year, even though we're already like halfway of January. But yes, happy new year. From here in my mom's car, and I am filming in the car because everyone's home and they're watching TV and there's all this noise, so yeah. And yeah, I picked my mom's car because it's pretty nice inside, so here we go. I just wanted to make the first video of 2021 as a recap or a rewind of 2020, but really specifically my 365 project from 2020. It was one of my goals for 2020 to do a 365 project, although last year was a leap year, so it was actually a 366 project. And I would say that, I passed, I did it. But I did miss 2 days, and so I only did 364 out of the 366 days of 2020. I am planning on saving the pictures somewhere else and deleting it from my Instagram, and so I wanted to share 20 pictures or collage pictures from the project from last year. And hold on, let me pull it up on my phone so we can start. Alright, here we go. We have 20 pictures from last year, and let us start with the first entry from New Year's of last year. And you see here, I am with my sister and brother. We went to the park and did a whole lap around the lake. This was the start of the project. I actually posted 2 pictures. Here you can see my favorite from the 2010 365 project that I did last year, and that was a more portrait type, dreamy-ish project. Last year was more daily life, just keeping it chill. Nothing staged like these pictures. But yes, that was the first entry from last year. So let's go to the next one, which is January 5th. It says feeling under the weather, feeling miserable, and it came so quickly. Like the day before I was fine, and then the next day I just felt so weak. I don't know if I had a fever. I don't think I took my temperature, but I had a runny nose and a small cough. And you know what happened for the rest of 2020? The whole COVID thing. So just looking back, it just makes me wonder if I did ever have it. Let's move on. Okay, still in January. If you heard a noise, that was the train. Yep, there he goes again. Just ignore the noise. Here we go. It's another entry for January on the 14th. I remember being so excited to see FedEx outside the house because that meant my ECFMG certificate arrived. Finally, I could move on and take the next and final step of the USMLE. The next photo is still January, the last day of January last year. Here I am with my sisters at a local library. Back when there was no lockdown, we would go to the library or Barnes & Noble, study there. I mean, well, I'll be studying, but, they'll be doing their own thing. It was nice because, family time / study time, and I wasn't alone studying by myself. So it was nice, and I get free food, so, yep. Here we have from February in Manhattan. It was just me and Mama who went to the city. Did I actually study? Oh yeah, it's in my, I think I put a clip of this in my February snippets from last year. Yes, I did study. Oh gosh, it's a train again. Sorry for the noise. But yes, it's not in the collage, but I actually studied at the New York City Public Library. And then for the rest of the day, we went around Manhattan. Okay, here we have a dinner night out with friends. Well, not night out. It was at Sam's place, and I think this was the last dinner together with them before the whole lockdown thing happened. We usually hang out at least once a month, to just catch up on things, see each other in person, and this was the last time from last year before the lockdown or quarantine happened. Let's move on to the next photo. It's March, and it says, I pretty much just binge-watched Who Said Violin on YouTube the whole day. Because of them, I got interested into classical music and getting back into learning the piano. And because of them, I also learned about Tiffany Poon. Eddie and Brett, they played the violin, and then Tiffany Poon plays the piano, and yeah, all three of them got me into learning the piano again. So I thought that was pretty important that I include them in my list. Alright, so I remember this night. This is when we picked up my mom from the airport. My mom went to the Philippines for a school reunion, and she had to cut her vacation time early because the whole lockdown happened. This was when everything went crazy. March. Yeah, March was a crazy month. Okay, this is April 1st, and I got an extra mask from a fellow volunteer. This is when I started volunteering at a food pantry because I felt so helpless. With the whole pandemic going on, I wanted to help, but I wasn't sure how to because I was reviewing for step 3 and I couldn't really get into hospitals to help because, people were rationing out their PPE. They also didn't want anyone coming in because of the whole social distancing. And so eventually I ended up volunteering at a food pantry, and it was such a nice opportunity to give back to the community, to help those in need. And I'm sounding so cliched now, so let's move on to the next picture. But yes, that was a good experience. I hope I get to see the food pantry again sometime this year. Alright, let's move on to the next photo. Okay, nothing really significant happened that day. I think this was at BJ's, the thank you for practicing social distance sign right here on the floor. It was raining, but I saw these beautiful flowers outside BJ's, and you know what? This is one of my favorite collage in the project last year because I don't know, it just fits so well. And everything is gloomy and doom, but we have all this color and flowers. I don't know, I just think it's such a great contrast, and I don't regret so much going out that day anymore because I got these photos. Ooh, July 6th. Okay, so that's day 1. And here I am wearing my board exam shoes. So yes, I took step 3 day 1 that day. And it was also Phoebe's birthday that day. So it was a memorable day. Alright, the next one is... Oh, I remember this. This was a summer outing with the whole family, minus Leo, who's in California. So we bought some desserts and just ate them by the river. Yep. Okay, next. Okay, I remember now. Yep, it's a hot day, 102 Fahrenheit. And as you can see, we bought some mattress and some rug. Well, not some, but like a rug, which I actually still have not opened. But yes, that was the day we bought a mattress for my room. Normally, I share a room with my sister, but with the pandemic, we had to social distance even in the house because she's a nurse. And so we made the computer room or the storage room my room now, and we had to get a new bed. So yeah, that was one of the many changes that happened because of COVID. Another change that happened last year was I sewed masks. Sewed? Let's just say sewed, okay? I'm not so sure how to pronounce that. But I made some masks. These are the masks. Well, some of the masks that I made from last year. Okay, September 14. As you can see, I'm wearing my board exam shoes again. I didn't take an exam that day, but I started my shadowing experience at a private clinic. I learned about pseudo scans today. I never heard anything like that when I was studying in the Philippines, so that was something new. And it's also known as a circulation scan. Alright, let's move on. This was my birthday from last year, and as you can see, I baked myself a small red velvet cake. I watched, what's her name? Enola Holmes on Netflix, and I had a video call with Liza. It was a nice and chill day. Alright, here we have October 6th, and this was the first time that I started wearing scrubs to the clinic. And I just thought, I had to do a selfie because finally I could be comfortable in my pajamas. But yeah, this was the first time I started wearing scrubs to the clinic. We have some food there, and pretty much the rest of the year I posted more food photos because yes, we get free food from the clinic. Not every day, but on most days the med reps would give us free food, so it's one of the things that I really love about that clinic. Alright, this was very important. Voting last year for the presidential election. And originally I wanted to do it in person on the actual election day, but at that time I was already working as a medical assistant, so I didn't want to stress out waking up early to vote, and I don't know how long the line would have been. So yeah, I didn't want to stress out going to work. So my sister and I did early voting on my day off. Even though it was raining, it worked out well. The line wasn't that long. I mean, it was long, but it didn't take as long as I thought it would. So yep, I had to include this because that was one of the important things that I did last year. Voting for the presidential election. November 8th. As you can see, I finally cut my hair. I have not cut it since I came back to New York from the Philippines. Finally last year, I cut my hair. And I ended up donating the hair to Children's with Hair Loss. And I'm planning now on growing my hair and donating it again. The next one is November 30. And you see that Christmas tree right there? That's the Christmas tree in the clinic that I set up. No one wants to do it, well, except for Patty. She did it last year, but she's not there every day. So I volunteered to do it this year. Overall, I think it's a nice looking Christmas tree. It was fun to set up. And the other picture, again, free food that we get from the clinic. Alright, and now it's all white. This was the big snow day, and I'm so glad I didn't have to work that day. It was timed perfectly that the snow day happened on my day off, so I'm glad I did. Oh, you saw that, right? That was cute. Anyways, where was I? It was good timing that the snow day happened on my day off, so I didn't have to drive through the snow going to work. Alright, next here we have, oh yes, more chocolates that we got from people in the clinic. And right there in the middle is the bow that I recycled and put up as a decoration for my locker. And I'm actually planning on taking that bow and taking that as a souvenir when I stop working there. 23rd of December, what do I have here? Just so many free food and goodies and Christmas bonuses. So that was great. All right, here we have Christmas Eve. We had dinner at my cousin's house. And yes, oh my god, the train is back. Anyways, we had dinner at my cousin's house. And don't worry, we kept it below 10 people. And as you can see, we also watched The Mandalorian and did a Zoom meeting starting 11 p.m. that night until Christmas Day. Ooh, they're back. I wonder if they know I'm here in the car. They probably saw me, but yeah. So cute. Okay, second to the last photo. Here I wrote IgE because that day I had a bad reaction on both my forearms. It was so itchy, it was red, and I wasn't sure what I was allergic to or having the reaction with. So I was kind of freaking out, like I don't want to have a new allergy. A few days after that, I stopped wearing the lotion that I was... Oh my god, the train is back. I didn't think, I came out here in the car so it'd be less noisy, but here we are with the train. Oh well, the show must go on, and let's go to the last photo of my project from last year, and let's just read what I wrote. Excited to use my new planner. And yes, I wrote here 364 out of 366 ain't so bad. Happy New Year's Eve and see you on the other side. So we have two photos and you can actually see my 2020 planner there. And it is a small planner. It's a monthly planner. And I meant to just buy a 2021 planner. But most of the stuff that they're selling online and even in the stores are a 2-year planner. So, you know what? Why not? And I ended up picking that. And here to the right, you can see that that is our dinner for New Year's Eve. Again, at my cousin's house. And again, it was still less than 10 people. And yeah, we had a great selection for our New Year's Eve dinner. And yeah, that is the last of my 366 project from last year. I'm not sure how long this video will be. I'll edit it later, but hopefully it's not too long. But whatever, I'll still post it because I wanted to document 20 of the project from last year, because sometime this month I will be deleting them and use that Instagram account for something else later this year. Yeah, I'm thinking of another project, but it won't be a 365. It's just another art project that I want to do this year. Alright, I think this video is too long now, so let's end it and I'll see you till the next one. Bye!